Hello, everybody. It's me again. Not very many people watch these, but if a few watch these and maybe hear my opinions, I don't know, maybe they can do something with it. Maybe people more famous than me can take my words and make them heard. Got my little emotional support buddy here. Like me, he's scared of everything. But together, we're scared of everything together. But I wanted to make a video. It's just my opinions, it's just my thoughts. But it's about the All Lives Matter versus Black Lives Matter comments. And I think at the heart, people are saying the same thing, but I don't know. The meaning is getting misconstrued. I'm not going to say that nobody's a racist if they say all lives matter, because there are. I'm not going to lie. There are people who are saying it that are extremely racist. They they say all lives matter. Hell, there's the one I do not like is I actually did see one that says white lives matter. Oh, he wants to go. He wants to go. I'm going to get cut. Oh, okay. Goodbye both then. I love you. Anyway, sorry. There are racists out there, and I saw the White Lives Matter hashtag before, and that kind of got me a little bit pissed off because that's not even. There's no way I can defend, I can't. There's no way you can say you're not a racist if you use White Lives Matter. Even with the context that I'm going to provide, you're still a racist if you use White Lives Matter. But in my opinion, I do say all lives matter because I'm a lifelong pacifist. I use my words a lot. I'm getting multiple degrees in word-related fields: etymology, philology, creative writing, journalism. I'm not getting a degree in journalism. It's just one of the ones that I do want. But the others I'll have officially, whatever. And they're at the master's degree level. So words are quite literally my bread and butter. Okay, not literally. But they is my cheese, they is my dough, they is my bread and butter. Why is all money stuff food? We'll circle back, maybe. I do say all lives matter because I think all lives do matter. And again, that's exactly that from what I've heard, from what people have told me, that's exactly what Black Lives Matter means. But at the same time, I kind of feel that it's somewhat just as offensive as White Lives Matter. Because again, a good chunk of the people who use that actually are racist. And yes, you can be a racist no matter what race you are. If you are not white and you hate white people because they are white, that's racism. If you are whatever color, I mean, black people can be racist towards Asians or indigenous people or hell, white people, but like anybody can be racist against anybody. That's not a white only thing. But I don't know. I feel it's along the same lines as White Lives Matter. And I just, it hits the ear a little hard. And again, somebody told me that that's what the main purpose was. It's supposed to smack you in the face and wake you up and let you see that there's all these problems out there. And it's supposed to be somewhat offensive isn't the right word. It's supposed to be guttural and in your face and vulgar, I guess is a better word. Sorry, I got another friend here. Another bubble girl. A bubble girl. Oh, no, she's gonna hide under the chair instead of make a video with me. But Anyway, my take on it is the reason I say all lives matter to mean basically the same thing is because it's a lot more than just all lives matter. When you say Black Lives Matter, it leaves the impression that the person is probably racist towards white people, and it invokes this anger that black people are allowed to be racist, that people are allowed to be racist towards white people. I've seen I've seen white people get extremely prejudiced against white people. Virtue signaling, I think it's called. I might be using that wrong now. But anyway, it's the white people who put themselves on this glorious, magnificent pedestal for being a voice for all black people and oppression. Like, yeah, you just got a fucking savior complex and you racist as shit against your own race. But it invokes this ire, this anger, and it invalidates or contrarily legitimizes the experiences that we white people have had growing up. At this point, I would say probably most of America has had a shit life growing up. I mean, that's not a rich or a poor thing either. Like, people have had a shit life growing up, even being really wealthy, because you gotta think, those rich motherfuckers have had a camera up the freaking hoo-hoo. The camera came out before they did. So, I mean, literally, the second you pop out your mama, you got a camera shoved up in your face. What you doing? You spit up? You spit up? Oh, did you fart? Did you make green poopy? Let's film it. It's literally that. Multiply it by however old they are now. Like the Kardashians, I think, are my age, so they're in their 30s. They might be older, I don't know. But, like, multiply what I just did by however old they are, and they had a fucking shit life growing up. And then their dad died. That's sad. They had to grow up half their lives with no daddy. That's a shit life. So, I mean, they're super rich, but they got problems too. And so that's why I say everybody has problems growing up. But circling back to my main point, I think that saying Black Lives Matter in some people's minds, in my mind too, devalues the struggles we've had against black people. For example, me and my best friend in middle school and then subsequently in high school, we were bullied all over. I was still in the closet back then, so they just bullied me for being white. And yes, that's a thing. People in high school bully you for being white. I was picked on, nearly got the shit beat out of me a couple of times for going down the wrong hallway. Apparently, certain hallways were the class skipper's turf. And no, not all of them were black, but a good portion of them were. And the reason that a good portion of the school skippers were black was because nobody could say anything against them. But that's more of a high school sports team privilege and not a specific color privilege. All of the basketball players, well, most of the basketball players who skipped class were black because they could get away with it and no one was allowed to say anything because they had God status. They literally were allowed to do whatever they want to whomever they wanted. Several of the substitute teachers ran away in tears. We had a principal, the best principal Huntington High had ever had, a woman too. The best principal that school ever had was a woman. with wonderful ideas. She made the school so bright, fun, and cheery. She made it beautiful. And then those motherfuckers scared her off. She literally left the school crying. She did, if I remember correctly, she didn't even finish the year because those motherfuckers bullied her. And there's not a thing anyone can say because they were black. And saying Black Lives Matter is like you saying to me that, well, yeah, they're allowed to do that because slavery happened. Well, who the fuck gives a damn about slavery? I wasn't a slave. None of my family ever owned slaves. Hell, nobody in West Virginia ever owned slaves. That's literally the reason we split from Virginia. We didn't want something that nobody had. We're like, yeah, might as well oppose slavery. None of us can afford to have fucking slaves anyway. Let's oppose it. I mean, they opposed it for the wrong reasons. We are fucking rednecks here. But still, we did the right thing. We opposed it, and we split off because Virginia didn't want to. Like, none of y'all can afford fucking slaves. What y'all going on about? But anyway, that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother time. The very first slave owner in America was a black person, by the way. Just saying. And slavery was something only the rich can afford. Just want to get that out there. But by saying Black Lives Matter, you're saying that violence towards white people is allowed, for one. And two, you're saying that we don't have struggles. We don't have a bad life. Again, there are people who understand that everybody struggles and that the phrase doesn't have anything to do with struggles. But then there are a lot of people who use it like, you ain't never struggled, you're white. The fuck? Excuse me? That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. You ain't never struggled, you're white. Yeah, that's why I had to pick what day I wanted to eat because we didn't have enough fucking money to afford food for the whole week. We got an allotment and it was enough for maybe 5 days. We got welfare, and because I was living with my dad, not my mom, we got significantly less because, I don't know, male privilege. Men have it so much better than women. So, thanks to male privilege, I had to go without eating twice a week. Because they gave more benefits to women in general. But again, another rant. I mean, and this isn't just me. There are other people who have had really shitty lives. Like, my best friend's nephew. He literally comes home with bruises all up and down his body, and he's terrified to say who because he knows that we'll press charges. But what he doesn't understand is that it won't matter because the people beating the living shit out of him are black, and the police aren't allowed to do anything. It's police brutality to arrest people who beat the living shit out of somebody for their color. And this has affected his mental state. He's become, it's sort of that trickle-down thing. It's what we know about bullies. People who are bullied will find other people to bully so that their mind can level itself out. And that's what he's done. He's taken to vandalizing his own home. He's taken to being mean to everybody in his own home. He probably bullies weaker kids than him at school. Although that's going to end soon because he's going to be going to high school and he'll be a white high school freshman in a country that hates white people. So it'll be open season. I actually don't hold out any hope that he will survive the year. Because of the state of things. We live in a predominantly black area in a country where it's okay to physically and violently and maliciously assault white people just for the egregious crime of being white, he will spend most of the year in the hospital, or he won't survive freshman year. That's just my prediction. You heard it here first. And if he does, he died because he's white. I'm saying that now. I'm saying black people beat the shit out of him. This is my official prediction. Black people beat the shit out of him for being white, and nothing was done when he complained before. In fact, he was suspended because he decided to fight back, because my best friend told him that his aunt told him that he's allowed to fight back. He should be able to defend himself. Don't go off starting fights, but if somebody starts a fight with you, you have every right to defend yourself. So he was attacked. He defended himself. He got suspended because zero tolerance for bullying. Like, it's not zero tolerance if it doesn't apply to black people. Again, it's, nope, not going down that road. Got to stick to the main point of the video, so that's not too long. Saying Black Lives Matter is saying that you encourage violence to that degree and racism to that degree. I hate the phrase Black Lives Matter as much as I hate White Lives Matter. They're both equally racist. The reason I say all lives matter is because my life matters. I don't want to die from getting the shit beat out of me just because I'm white. You got a nut. My buddy came over. He heard me. He heard my voice getting higher. He wants to... Oops, I'm sorry. I love you. He heard my voice getting high. He doesn't like being held, but I love my kitty kettles. Say hi, birthday. Oops. Oh my God, I'm just beating the shit out of you, aren't I? I'm sorry. Boop. But anyway, I say all lives matter because my life matters. And you don't think so. And I'm pissed off that you don't think so. Every time somebody says Black Lives Matter to me, they are literally telling me, you don't matter. You're a worthless piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. In fact, people often say that. The three most often said phrases to me here lately: sit your white ass down. Shut your white ass up. Get your white ass out of here. Get the fuck out here with your white ass. If that ain't racist, what is it? It's literally textbook definition of racism. You want me to leave because I'm white. You want me to shut up because I'm white. You want me to sit down because I'm white. Literally racism. I say all lives matter because my life matters to me too. I've spent literally the last year in therapy trying to come to terms with this. I've spent the last year in therapy allowing myself to believe that my life is worthwhile too. That I have something, I know, shocking, a white person has something beneficial to offer this world. I have a special gift that is unique to me, something that I can do that can create positivity and beauty in this world. I know it's hard for you racist Black Lives Matter people to believe, but I have something to offer this world too. My life matters. And I encourage you to use your life matters. I don't want to say use the hashtag my life matters because that's narcissistic and selfish, but instead of saying Black Lives Matter, go to somebody, don't even make it a hashtag, just tell them your life matters. Just tell them that you matter. Don't erase their experience. Don't erase their existence. We in the gay community are being erased all the time. By our own people. women are working to erase the accomplishments of men because it's sexist to praise men for anything because misogyny and patriarchy. So, like, gay, white, male, everything I do, everything I am is being systemically erased by someone, and I'm here to say stop it. Everyone matters. I'm sorry if that's offensive and racist, but I'm not going to stop saying every life is beautiful. I'm not going to stop saying every life matters. I'm not going to stop saying your life matters. Yes, you are a racist piece of shit, some of you watching, but your life still matters. Your experiences are still relevant. You have something beautiful to contribute to the world if you dig down deep enough. The best analogy that I can come up with is Steven Universe and the Diamonds. Before Era 3, the Diamonds were these tyrannical dictators, and they only used their powers for bad purposes. Yellow Diamond, her power was to destabilize the forms of any gem for an insanely long period of time. And they would not be able to reform for a very long time. I think that she's even able to dictate the amount of time that a gem stays destabilized. And then there's Blue Diamond. Her power is to make everyone cry, literally. And then White Diamond is her power was to turn everyone into her. But after Era 3, their powers became beautiful gifts of beauty. I know that sounds redundant, but White Diamond was able to become any gem, and she took on the persona of any gem by channeling their unique and beautiful energy. She can turn, as White Diamond, she can literally be any color, any gem, anywhere. And it allowed a person to see themselves through their own eyes. I think that's a beautiful gift. Blue Diamond, hers is quite simple. She had the power to make everyone laugh, to lift their inner burdens and make them smile. She had the power of laughter. Of laughter, and it was a beautiful gift. And sometimes that's all someone needs, is to smile and laugh. And then Yellow Diamond, hers is probably the most special ability of all. She can make any gem look the way they feel true. Her power is literally to make the outside physical form conform to what the gem feels inside. And she can do that on command. She just, and then she'll touch them, and then she just gives them whatever form they want. Instead of being a tyrannical dictator, she is, I don't know what that would be called. I guess the gem version of a plastic surgeon. The super-powered gem version of a plastic surgeon. But even, I believe there's good in everyone. Everyone has the potential in there. Even people who are mad that I say all lives matter, they are rising up. They're doing what I did. They're rising up and they're using their words. Some of them are creating poetry. One of my other dear friends, she created protest art of African black women, and they were so beautiful. They were stunning, and oh my God, she could have sold them for millions. That's how good she was. Or I say was because she stopped making the paintings, because I think she got burnt out and a bunch of people were sending her requests and it ceased to be her own work. But, That's why I say all lives matter. That's why I believe that every life matters. That's why I believe your life matters. And I'm sorry if you think I'm a racist or a white supremacist, because I believe everyone has a beautiful and special gift to offer the world. But again, that's just my opinion. You are free to disagree. That's the beauty of being a unique individual. And that's my 2 cents on it. And I'll go ahead and end this video here. Thanks for watching the whole thing, if you did.